Hi everyone, back again with another painting tutorial video. Again, this isn't going to be a step by step, but it's more going to be a rundown of the things that I did whilst painting this Isengard Troll. So I picked this up from Jack, who's one of the EAHC members, a couple of weeks ago, and thought it would make a nice addition to my Isengard army. I've only used him once and he didn't actually manage to get into combat, so I'm not too sure what he's like yet. But as you can see, he's just got a shield and a spear and he's heavily armoured. On the base there is a Dead Rohirrim warrior. That has been, as this one here has, press moulded. This is a mess, I'll use it eventually, but it's been press moulded from the base of a Mumuk, from the Games Workshop Mumuk. So, started this off in a slightly different way from normal. I used a white base coat on this because I didn't have anything else and I didn't want to wait to paint it. So starting from the white, I did the armour first. And the armour, my technique for the armour is lather it in gunmetal and water it down, but still give it a nice thick coat. I only want to go over it once normally. After the gunmetal's done, one of the only Citadel paints I actually use, I give it a lathering of Nuln Oil. That gets into the crevices, that makes it look a bit older, but I find Nuln Oil sometimes leaves a bit of a shine. So after I've done that, dry brush with gunmetal, and when I dry brush something this size, I use a big brush. I'm literally going over the whole thing with a dry brush, getting 99% of the paint off the brush onto a bit of kitchen towel before I even go near the model. But once that's done, what I did with this one, which is something I have changed recently in my painting style, is I then went over the armour with strong tone. Now what I've started doing now is I've started finishing the majority of the model, then going over the whole thing in strong tone. But I normally water the strong tone down quite a bit before I go over any of the models again and over the armour, because I don't want it to look too dirty. After that was done, watered this down quite considerably, and then just let it drip into the recesses at the top. You can see a little bit along the edges just to try give a rust effect. It was semi-successful, but then I just touched up with the gunmetal again and then strong tone wash. Once that was done, I moved on to the skin. So I used the black grey from Vallejo model colour, added night blue from the game colour range, and then just started with a base coat of all of the flesh, all of it all over the neck and everything. Now when I decided to start lightening up, I added a very little bit of London Grey and then just started with fine lines. You can see a mould line down there, I should have cleaned it better. Just very fine lines on the skin, avoiding where there's natural creases, letting those stand out, avoiding the face and bits like that where I didn't want it standing out too much. But I just continued that till eventually the London Grey wasn't light enough, and I used game colour Stonewall Grey, just bringing it until it was eventually light enough to bother. After that was done, I did these back bits, which are again Stonewall Grey. I think I might have given them a wash. I'm pretty sure I gave them a wash of, strong tone, and then lightened with Iraqi sand, and then finally with a tiny bit of white on these back bits. The loincloth and pads and even the straps I did originally all with chocolate brown, strong tone wash, chocolate brown again, and a tiny little bit of Iraqi sand to highlight it. But I didn't like that there was no contrast between the strap and the actual undercloth, so I did it again with this new paint, which is awesome. It's a great colour, cavalry brown. It's like a red brown. Did that again, tiny little bit highlight with the Iraqi sand, and then just brought it up through that. The face, as you can see, I'm quite proud of the face. Just a little bit of red mixed with white for the gums, white for the teeth, and then very carefully exactly the same colours I used for the face, for the rest of the body on the face. Spear was just chocolate brown with Iraqi sand, and that was it. Overall, he didn't take very long either, so there's a couple of large models I've done in the last 2 weeks maybe that haven't taken long at all. The base on this one is still not completely finished because I've got to add tufts to him, but I'll do that when I get tufts for my entire Isengard army. So, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.